Hi, Room 10. It is math time, and we are here today with some more three-dimensional shapes. Three-dimensional shapes are solid shapes. Yesterday we talked about a cube, which has 6 faces and 8 vertices. We also learned about a rectangular prism, which has 6 faces and 8 vertices, just like the cube. Well, today we are going to work with 3 more shapes. We're going to learn about 3 more shapes. And this is the first shape. What shape is this? Oh my goodness, we're used to seeing it this direction because it is delicious. But we can also hold it this way. That's right. This shape is a cone. I'm going to write this down. Cone. It is a 3-dimensional shape. It is solid. It has one flat face, and I'm going to use the word flat face on purpose. All of the faces for the cube and the rectangular prism were flat. And it has one vertex. And I have to say vertex because it is one. It is not vertices. Vertices is plural. Here's another example of a cone. Remember, cones can be tall, they can be short, they can be this direction, whichever direction you want. Here's our next shape. It is a, what's the shape? That's right, it's a cylinder. Circle this. A cylinder is also a 3-dimensional shape. A cylinder, however, has 2 flat faces. So 2 flat faces. And look at this. It has 0 vertices. There are no corners because it is it's the circle faces. Here's another example of another type of cylinder. And then this little cylinder. These are all examples of cylinders. 2 faces, no vertices. The last shape that we are going to talk about is the sphere. That's right. Let me circle this. And a sphere has 0 flat faces. There is no flat face on a sphere. And a sphere also has 0 vertices. There is no corner on a sphere. So, I'm going to put this away. My pen is almost shaped like a cylinder. So we've learned today about cones, we've learned about cylinders, and we've learned about spheres. And now it's time for you to do the same thing you did yesterday. You are going to get to make your own 3-dimensional shapes using nets, using patterns. Now, we are going to do a cone and we're going to do a cylinder. You are not, however, going to do a sphere because it just doesn't work. It's kind of impossible. If you want to take a piece of paper and wad it up into a sphere, go for it. We're not going to worry about that. So, I have emailed your grown-ups a net for a cone. You can see there. Also, they have a version that has tabs. You can use either version you want to make it. This is just a little easier to put it together. I have also emailed a net for a cylinder and a version that has tabs if you want to use that. So I'm going to show you really quickly. What you're going to do is you're going to cut them out, making sure if you're using the one with tabs, don't cut the tabs off. They're there to help you. Here's your cone net, and here is the net for the cylinder. Just like with the cube and the rectangular prism, you're going to fold on all of those edges. Just make sure they're all folding the same way because that's the way you are going to curve it around and put it together. Now, I still do not have tape, so I'm using masking tape. And this one's a little trickier. I recommend curling it around, and it's hard not to smush it. Take a little piece of tape and do the edge. Then I'm going to do it again a couple more times just to make sure that my cone does not fall apart. Then it's almost like I have to put the lid on the cone. And it's a little tricky and it's not going to fit perfect, and that is totally okay. We just want to get the idea of how this net would fold into a cone. And you have to be gentle. You don't want to squish it too much. You might get your grown-up to help you a little bit holding this. Oh, my tape is not holding. Like I said yesterday, yours will be so much more beautiful with regular tape than my masking tape. But you have made your own cone now that you can look at, and you can see the face and you can see the vertex. And you will do this also with your cylinder so that you have some shapes that you can kind of work with and manipulate. So, three-dimensional shapes. We know that they are shapes that are solid objects. We have cubes, rectangular prisms, cylinders, spheres, and, oops, I skipped cones. Some of them have faces, some of them don't, and some of them have vertices also. We're going to continue working. You will be doing some hunting and some other activities with your shapes in future days, okay? So I will talk to you later. Have a great time. Bye.